Hopefully we're back, guys. I got to do a couple things here to get this new live stream ready to go. So we're heading towards Waco now. Obviously we've been driving in the middle of nowhere, so we lost service. Tried to punch back on, so thanks for sticking with us. Last day of a long chase.
Hillsborough Storm's got his act together. It's 2.75-inch hail destructive tag as it crosses 35. The storm by Waco going up, I think, is about to become the dominant cell right here in the south. And we'll be within reach of Hillsborough Storm as well. As well as the one we're on now. All that fear of the metro getting slammed by hail never happens when it's forecasted.
Really?
It never. It's always like some random April morning. Everybody's on their way to work and all of a sudden baseballs.
It's ready to go again. About 45 miles from Waco. All right, and back. Sorry guys, again. We are coming into Gatesville, and then I'm going to head over to Waco and I-35. And I'll tell you what, that storm up north really just got its act together, like you said, right around 35, didn't it?
That's
So we're about ready to drop into Gatesville, Texas, and then we're going to head east towards Waco on Highway 84. Got a severe storm coming in behind us. Just passed through Cransville's Gap, Clifton. Trying to get over to I-35. And again, we're in a data hole. Now we're back. These are issues that'll be addressed.
Kind of. When we have no data, and then we get under a big hail core, Starlink doesn't work, so we can't make cell phone service. But we'll have the issue of the stream dropping out and having a new link resolved.
So in other words, you won't have to change. It just will have a screen come up like, "We'll be right back." And if this was more than just a two-man show, we might have like commercials, right? Supporters. A lot of people in the chat saying they're joining because of Reed.
Good. Love Reed. Amazing chaser.
Alright, welcome to Gatesville.
Which way?
We're going to stay here 3.8 miles, then I'm right on Highway 84.
Oh man. Rigsby set his camera on the hood of the car, forgot it, drove off.
Oh
Did what I did. Say anything happened, the camera's okay. Mine busted the body up, it would have still worked.
Yeah.
But the lens was toast. His is the same.
Yeah, the camera lenses never really survive much. That's a bummer ahead of the solar flare. Aurora.
I don't think he would have used that lens anyway.
Still.
Still sucks.
I told Reed today that he needed to be getting money from the new Twisters movie. I feel like his likeness is pretty much ripped off completely. So he should be getting some sort of residuals, right? Don't you guys think so? 2 miles, take a right, Highway 84. Like they didn't even hide it.
I think they talked to him. So I don't know. I have no idea. But definitely shooting rocket probes into a tornado is kind of
A giveaway.
yeah.
All right, so we are in that severe warning heading here in Gatesville. We're going to be turning right onto Highway 84 towards Waco. sir, towards Waco. Take left towards Waco. Sorry. So I'm here, man.
Yeah.
All subs. They got all subs here too.
Yeah, I got my room.
Now we're in all subs country.
You're in Texas, so. Well, sure. Have my lane too.
But they do not have them in Oklahoma. Bye, all subs. And I just ate the last gummy worm. Get them on the next 2-week tour of the Great Plains. Tornado Alley. Christine, do you think that Germany will get the new Twisters movie? And if so, do they show it in English and then just have German subtitles? Or how does that work over there? That's a problem with all that grind like Rigsby's been doing. He just makes those small little mistakes, you know, it's just such a bummer.
It happens.
So we're talking about a friend of ours who accidentally left his camera on the hood of his car and drove off. And he's been grinding just like we have, constantly going, and no sleep. And he just makes silly mistakes like that that really cost you. But there's no other way to do this successfully other than to grind.
Storm may be trying to readjust.
I used to have a crush on Helen Hunt. We're about 33 miles from Waco, guys, just straight west. miles, just FYI.
Thank you. So 4 minutes to the side.
And so it was on the first stream, but let's kind of talk about it a little bit more. These storms seem to have a history of getting their act together when they get to I-35 area, right?
It's not so much that as that's just where they'll be when the low-level jet starts to really kick in.
And we talked about the saying earlier.
They blow up out by Waco, by Abilene, track southeast. Usually we get to Waco and Clement, Temple, those areas. It's usually right before dark.
Tornado time.
A lot of times they don't produce at all, but usually it's when they at least exhibit the most rotation.
Still has hail's gone down a little bit, 1.75 inches. Hillsborough storm still has the biggest hail, 2.75 inches. East Texas in the path of anything, I mean, eventually.
Yeah, there's storms blowing up near along I-35 now. That'll mature and move, probably mature and move southeast, east-southeast. These storms right here are going to move east-southeast, but it depends on where in East Texas. But any storms that blow up and develop, they move over you, they could be dropping big hail.
Logistical issues we've had, guys, are roads that are overflowed with the rivers that have left their banks, closing roads.
We cut over to Crawford.
It's McGregor, Crawford. Where's Crawford?
It's a second road.
This is the first road.
That's it. I'll do that one.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
We're gonna turn on Farm to Market 185.
Cuts to Crawford.
intersection, you got to take this left. Okay.
Huh? It's actually starting to shape up pretty good. Let's see if it blows out or actually wraps. If it wraps, it's going to be game one. All right, left here.
Left.
This could just be another big RFD surge where it just shoves all the way out, or it could wrap all the way up. Your inflow and low level jet's a little bit better now, so it's got a better chance of wrapping up now than it did earlier, so we'll see
Okay.
in just a minute here.
So we're just to the west of Waco, guys. Going to be heading to Crawford eventually. We're taking a peek at this severe storm.
It's starting to exhibit some low level rotation. We're going to see if it's either going to, the RFD is either going to surge right through or it's going to wrap back around. If it wraps back around, it could produce a tornado pretty quickly. So I want to go ahead and get in position in case it does.
Also, the thing we have to look out for, it's hail. It's been producing really large tennis ball sized hail, give or take. 3.5 miles to that turn, okay?
Huh?
So yeah, guys, we are just to the west of Waco. About 30 miles. We're gonna wrap back into Crawford. Well, we wanted to take a peek of it because, as Brandon said, it could wrap up quickly.
It's trying to wrap right here. It's either going to blow out in the next frame, try and wrap back here, or tornado up here.
Okay.
They can do all three
It'll
really
be right at the road where
I
we're
know,
gonna
they
turn.
can do really quick, all three of them. Yeah, we might.
You think? All right, 2 miles to the right.
Okay. It's 5 miles to Crawford once we go.
No, it's like 11 miles, dude.
You sure?
Yeah, maybe as a crow flies, but it's 11 miles.
I got you.
Because it's like a windy,
Yeah, I see it,
twisty,
I see it.
turny road.
We can hit this and backtrack back down here.
We can. To 84? Is that what you want? There's a possibility, yes. 1 mile, essentially to 185, okay?
Okay.
flash flooding through here. So we are west of Waco. We're heading towards Crawford, Texas.
All right, where's my turn south?
Keep going. You got 4 miles.
Okay, 4 miles?
Yes.
To Crawford?
No,
I'm gonna turn south.
turn
Okay.
south.
Okay. Just making sure.
We're in McLennan County, Texas now.
Just blew out. It blew out.
It's going to be a sharp turn to the right coming up.
You can see where the alpha just pushed right through it. Just,
No, I can't because of trees.
no, I can't. I'm just saying. It keeps trying to reform that hook, but it just keeps blowing out.
2.3 miles to Farmview Parkway, that south road to get back to 84. If you want to take it.
I do. The storm we started on was starting to look pretty good too.
Yep.
Trying to get closer radar. And it's still struggling too. Let's try it again behind us.
One 1.5 miles.
Trying to get to my retreat road.
And basically, we're trying to. We have to give these storms a lot of room today with the hail. It's a risk-reward thing. There's no reward in just getting your car trashed to look at clouds. Slightly spinning.
Head southeast. Continue on Cedar Road Parkway for 1 mile.
It's going to be a sharp turn here to the left, and then you're going to take a right almost immediately after. So past this house, it looks like.
Another mile. Turn right on Farmview Parkway.
So I'm noticing people who are on these farms parking their cars and vehicles underneath overhangs and inside barns. They know what's coming. Crawford, Texas is straight ahead of us. We're going to be dropping south though to Highway
Turn
84
right onto Farmview Parkway.
right here.
And then we'll turn onto it. Hold on.
But basically, guys, we're just west of Crawford, Texas. You can hear some of the thunder. Kind of wants to go back.
RFD surgeon right here. Inflow still coming in right here. I'm guessing we're going to see something emerge right here when it gets closer.
You can really smell the ozone in the air with the rain. It smells wonderful, actually.
So it's trying to tighten up, like we're coming right towards us.
Yeah. So Brandon's excited for the solar storm, guys. He's going to be heading to Rapid City, hoping to get some really beautiful auroras. I'm going to go the opposite way to Florida to catch a suntan. So you can see that lowering right there.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
That's right where it's tightening up.
We have some farm workers just down the road to our left here. Hopefully they're being aware of this.
So low contrast.
I'm seeing something starting to drop, Brandon.
Yeah, on the left side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all storm chasers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I hate seeing you here.
I know you do. I'm sorry.
What's the radar? I mean, we've been watching it, but we're about 10 minutes behind.
You got some rotation right here, nothing too crazy, but it could do something. Hail's the bigger thing. You got some big hail coming pretty quick. Where are you heading?
Oh, home's right here. We just got.
I'd hurry.
some rotation there.
I hate that my presence is like the
I know. Like, we love you, but we
bearer of
don't.
bad news. He's like, I hate seeing you here. That home's right there. I'm like, you see that big green sky coming at you? Alright, we're gonna. Here comes the wind shift.
Just mentioning Hill got that guy going. It's like, see ya.
Yeah, you can tell he did not like hearing that. I mean, his fields
Well,
are
he's
right
got a
here.
beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
field of corn growing.
I got a beautiful windshield growing, so I'm gonna get out of here.
And there's that beautiful field of corn with that
Head southeast on North York Way.
ugly hailstorm. Somebody called us harbingers, and that's a really good description.
Alright, get to McGregor. Have a little shot out there.
Five 5.9 miles.
Continue on North York Way.
3.8 to a left at
3.8
84.
miles.
So every minute matters when it comes to storms like these, guys. That's why communication and navigation is so key. Can't miss turns.
JP is becoming a pro.
Are you going to be streaming that Aurora?
I might. I gotta figure out equipment.
I think you just kind of want to enjoy it, don't you?
I kind of do.
It's a little vacation for Brandon. So 1.75 inch hail. Unfortunately, looking like it might be heading for that farmer's field. All these farmer's fields of beautiful corn. Really nice fields of corn. Austin has a storm heading towards it that's tornado warned. Might just kind of be on the lookout.
Pretty good ways away still.
Yeah.
It's been tornado warned a long time, and I haven't seen any reports on it.
Just radar indicated.
Yeah, it's kind of out in the middle of a radar hole. So more of a, I think it's more of a precautionary warning.
So we're trying to head down to Highway 84 and jump west a little bit towards McGregor, Texas. McGregor, as we have another look at this developing severe thunderstorm as we inch ourselves closer to I-35. And again, we're trying to stay out of the hail until there's a reason not to.
Hail's not really that big of a concern right now. 0.75, I can get all in there. But I am trying to get enough room to stair stuff and keep up with it. Once it gets below 2 inches, I kind of lose my concern. But we saw the storms the other day that were warned to 2 inches and had 6. So
Yeah.
that's not always right.
going off instrument measurements, radar, you know. They don't have somebody just catching them, measuring them for them. Did you imagine that?
Actually, they did. They're called storm chasers.
Yeah, right. It's true. All right, half a mile, take a left. I wish. Has somebody like invented a hail suit where they could go out and like try and catch some of these, like Jackass or whatever the TV show?
I don't think so.
That would be
Like
actually
the suit with behind the plane, behind the jet.
that would be insane. But also kind of ridiculously fun. So you could catch one.
Turn left.
Left.
Continue on US 84 East for 3 miles.
Clear on my way. This is Highway 84 just west of McGregor, Texas.
Stinks it's so low contrast.
Head southeast on Comanche Springs Road.
It wasn't so low contrast, it'd be pretty. It would look like the storm in Kansas the other day.
Yeah. Smells good.
It smells humid.
Smells like rain.
Head east on US 84 East. Continue on US 84 East for 3 miles.
Yeah, this thing's about to do a full punch out right here.
The problem is with armor is it's metal. I don't want to be out there catching hail in a metal suit.
You know those dog training suits?
I don't think that's good. I've worn a dog training suit and like been had a police dog sick on me. You could feel their fangs still. Like you could feel their bite. They can hit you. I don't want to catch a hailstone in one of those.
I don't think you're gonna have like a do moment, but it wouldn't kill you.
It would hurt.
May stop bones from breaking.
But it would be kind of funnier to be like in knight armor, like Henry VIII's armor from the Tower of London. Clink, 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 clink.
You know what else would be fun?
Smash.
To go sit in a car wash.
Do you want me to look at car wash up?
Yeah.
McGregor?
I think we're gonna let her pass by. North storm's dying. One over Waco's blowing up. These two look like they're gonna merge. Let's get some hail.
Continue
Minute
on
away
US
on the right-hand
84
side.
East for 3/4
Minute away on the right. Good, we can watch it come all the way in. Unless it's occupied.
In a half mile, your destination will be on the right. Your route may be affected by severe thunderstorm warning.
No, our route is severe thunderstorm warning.
I can park under the DQ.
That spot's taken. Seat's taken. Let me know when you figure out the reference.
I know the Forrest Gump
There you go.
reference. Thank you.
I take it you've watched that one a few times.
I haven't watched Forrest Gump probably in 20 years, to be honest.
I watched it not too long ago. My kids had never seen it. So
Really?
I watched it with them. Yeah, they loved it.
Here's
There
the car
we
wash.
are.
Your destination is on the right.
Tell me you can't park there. Uh-oh, is there one spot? Oh, no.
He took the last one. We could do the vacuum though.
That's not much protection.
Do you want to go to the gas station?
Yeah, let's do the gas station. We better hurry on that front, though. it's gonna get popular in a second here. Hold on.
Sonic's probably busy too. And yet nobody's at the gas station yet. Oh, there's one truck.
Can you not turn in here?
Yeah, you can.
Everybody here really knows their spots.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, look, there's a nice shed.
Just for us.
Just for us. But it's kind of obscured, the view. Alright, so we just decided to park under a gas station awning here in McGregor, Texas, a grocery store on the west side of town. And now we wait for the hail.
Wait a minute.
And well, while we're waiting, guys, this is WXChasing Brandon Clement. He's in the driver's seat, and I'm Jonathan Petramala. You can find more information in the description. I'm a journalist, 20 years. I tell stories. Most recently in Barnsdall, Oklahoma, that horrible nighttime tornado there. Still people missing from that tornado. You can go to my page. I have GoFundMe there in the description of my video from Barnsdall. A woman, Courtney, her house gone completely. Fortunately, her parents took the kids to a different place on the north side of town.
Hello.
How bad's this weather fixing to get?
It shouldn't be too bad. Probably some golf balls, maybe some tennis balls.
Oh, not too
Not
bad.
too
Just
bad.
Not
Well,
hell out
not
of your
not
car,
not this, but probably that. It just depends how a
Which
mile
way
can
is it?
matter. Yeah, a
Which
mile
way
can
is
matter. It's coming right this way.
Right at us.
Yep.
Lovely.
Where's your car?
Right there.
Why don't you park behind me?
That sounds like a good idea.
I think it
Well,
does.
But yeah, so the family got to safety. Fortunately, the Courtney, who I interviewed, she had just left for work and then turned around, came back, nothing. Her dog was missing when I interviewed her. She was in tears. And minutes after I talked to her, actually, I spotted the dog, a half husky, a white husky, walking around, German Shepherd. And it was skittish, of course, confused and scared, but we were able to make the reunion. I was able to find Courtney again, and it was all a happy ending, which was really nice. But
Here comes the fight for space.
give you an idea of what we're under here, guys.
Got Vince Walti. Let's see. I put him on camera.
So if you can, please give us a follow. We appreciate your support and following along with us as we wait for this hail to come into McGregor, Texas.
There you go.
Yeah, we're right behind.
So far, not yet. But again, if you go to the video, you can find a GoFundMe that goes directly to her. There was another family who I talked to, who you'll see at the beginning of the video. Reached out to them, waiting to hear back for a GoFundMe for them. I'd like to try to donate directly when I can, and I do have at least that one link to Courtney and her family, so it really can help. Just a little bit here or there.
How's it?
I don't know what that was over there, but
What?
picture
That?
I sent you,
Oh yeah.
they're like Amazon cameras.
It looked like an Amazon delivery dump.
Street view from Wish. Don't lose a window.
What's that?
Don't lose a window.
Ah. You leaving?
Yeah.
I'm
Probably. I might go south and keep up with it for a minute.
gonna let her swing by.
It's
I
kind
think.
of pretty.
Yeah, it's just so low contrast today. It would be really pretty.
Oh well.
So we're in McGregor, Texas, which is west of Waco, waiting for this severe storm. What's the radar showing on hail size right now, Brandon? 1.75 inches. Could be bigger.
It's gonna be really close to the peak core. It's gonna be a minute though. We still got rotation, like back in here. It's not great, but it's there. Right here. I mean, it's right here.
And we've got to fight for space here underneath this overhang of a gas station. People here know where the overhangs usually are, and they pull in car washes, Dairy Queens, Sonics. They find them, they know. Big hail's nothing new here. So that storm by Austin, heading towards Austin, is no longer tornado warned.
That one's done too.
And we're just waiting for the hail, guys.
The whole boundary's starting to light up down here.
Let it hail, let it hail, let it hail.
Is Waco gonna flood again?
Maybe. About 1.75 inches at least. That's kind of what we're expecting out of this storm. But could have bigger ones.
Could be smaller.
Could be smaller. But with this brand new windshield you're looking out of, we're going to try and not get it smashed.
What's that?
Just reflection.
Yeah. The light shooting straight down.
It's been the end of a 2-week chase here, guys. This is a new chase streaming setup. We have some things we're going to correct. But when you do it every day, driving thousands of miles, you just don't have a chance to get stuff, especially with specialized equipment on order.
That guy's in panic mode. You can always tell when they're going 95 to a parking lot. I want you to go hop out right at the intersection and get caught. cars coming through the hail.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's go out there and get that. No problem.
Isn't that your dream shot?
Oh, totally. Standing in the hail? It's my dream shot.
Alright, get ready for bouncing rain.
So we're just west of Waco, guys.
We are all in that notch, so we should get some.
In McGregor. We're in the notch.
See?
Yep.
I hope my hood doesn't get dented.
I think the dents will reflect the other dents, protecting it. RAV4 Hybrid is the vehicle here.
I hear it.
Robert says we should just go to O'Reilly to get windshield crack repair.
Nope. We're gonna get some on the windshield.
Yeah.
Just having the bigger ones don't blow in.
There it is. It's marbles.
Where's the camera? Acha. That was bigger.
At O'Reilly needs to sponsor this segment.
They do. That's where I got my windshield wiper blades.
Anybody has a connection, send them our information. It's in the description. I'm Jonathan Petramala. WXChasing, Brandon Clement in the driver's seat. Waiting for the hail to fall and bounce so we can get some video. Maybe. And we were in McGregor, Texas. Yep, there's a little piece of hail on the windshield.
All the cars scrambling.
Cars are scrambling, everybody.
Away we go. Scramble has only just begun.
You need a towel? Get soaked here, dude. Don't do that.
Okay. I'll get soaked.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure which way it was coming in.
This way.
It is.
Hail should be hitting us pretty quickly. Pretty quickly.
Oh, it's gonna be close, 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 close. It may go like 1 mile to our west.
Yeah.
The biggest stuff. It's always hard to line these up. But that core could shift too and dump right on us. You never know. Best way to get hit by hail is try not to. Big hail.
It's true. The best way to not get hit by hail is to forecast hail hitting the Dallas metro area and
Sit in Dallas.
then sit in Dallas, yeah.
Like the other day in San Angelo.
Yeah.
What's the circus music song?
Oh, from Benny Hill?
Yeah, Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Kinda just shot video at the gas station with the Benny Hill song playing.
Yeah. That was actually at Fort Stockton.
Fort Stockton, sorry.
Yeah. So it's just coming into McGregor, Texas. We're a little bit southwest of Waco. And we have theoretically, the biggest hail in Texas right now, according to radar. 1.75 inches. I don't know if it's going to hit here though. I think the hail's missing us to the west, Brandon.
There's some more coming in, but yeah. Biggest stuff may. But I mean, it shifts around, so you
Yeah.
just gotta wait and see.
It shifts around like there's rotation, Brandon? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
Should I? Should I do it?
What is that? Pastry?
Lunch earlier. Boudin.
Gross. Yeah, we're still in McGregor.
Looks like the hail course is dropping out.
Yeah. Whew. Nice little lightning bolt, though.
Still going in on you?
A little bit. Not as bad, though. Why?
I want to hear that. We're going to get a really close bolt here in a minute. I can just feel it. Things are going to change. I can feel it.
Robert asks, do we ever really get scared? I think we get focused more than anything, because if you get in that situation, being scared doesn't help you at all. So like a week ago, we were in Silver, Texas on a big tornado, and it was a really odd moving storm, and we were in what they call the bear cage, dancing with that tornado for a long time, about an hour. If you saw Reed's, I'm getting wet. If you saw Reed's stream, he got in a little too deep. And so, I don't know, it's just focus at that point. Highly focused. Yeah, that was the one near Robert Lee.
Well, that hail event was lackluster.
Yeah. You guys tuned into the stream and all you got was some rain. Some melted hail.
Like
melted hail.
4 peas fell.
Yeah, 4 peas
And
and a marble. But man,
it literally fell out right there.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts, they're loving it. Yeah, it was a deviant motion tornado, so it kept wrapping around us. Brandon says he saw some things he's never even seen before, which is something to say. Some of the clouds and how they were reacting.
It was pretty wild.
But, you know, it was tension. You're like your body's tense the entire time. Your head's on a swivel. I'm looking around, making sure.
Here's the hail. We'll wrap in the backside. Well, there was the hail. There was that 1 piece.
Oh yeah, I see it.
There's another one. Yeah, at one point we had a little satellite vortex just drop down right on us. And it was like instant reaction, just already know what to do, just so focused.
So they dropped the hail size down. We're in a severe thunderstorm warning. If you look on radar, it's just west of Waco. I mean, Waco's in another severe
that's the one that
warning.
blew up. I was talking about going after.
Yeah. We're in McGregor. Hail dropped down to 1.5 inches. You can hear some hail, finally. A little more like peas, though. Maybe a marble in there. And I trust Brandon with my life. He's has a ton of experience. There it is. Give you guys an idea again where people are still taking cover here underneath this gas station awning. Both sides. Cars are racing through town hoping to get out of the hail.
Hail doesn't really start damaging your vehicle to almost golf balls.
Yeah.
So if you ever catch yourself in a hailstorm and you're seeing peas and dimes and it's not warned anything bigger, just ignore it. Just drive carefully.
And they're extending the severe thunderstorm for this storm west towards Bruceville, Pendleton, Lott, Marlin. So the south of Waco along I-35. Temple, half of Temple's in the severe thunderstorm. Victoria says if she was at that gas station, she'd be getting some garden salsa sun chips.
I've got some.
The official snack.
And this
of
gas
WXChasing.
station is only gas. There's no convenience store.
Yeah, it just has a little booth in the middle of it. It's a grocery store.
Or I would have been hitting it up.
Yeah, no, a Tesla would be not a good car to storm chase in. A great car to drive through a flood in. You gotta imagine how many miles can we put in a day, Brandon?
We can put in whatever 75 miles an hour is times 24.
Oh yeah, that's what we just did. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Or on certain roads, 80. I got 80 now on the turnpike in Oklahoma.
That's true.
A couple other places, but
'tis true. 'Tis true.
less about 5 gas stops.
Robert, we're like NASCAR. It's so fast you don't even know we're filling up with gas. Storm chasing NASCAR. We just drive around in circles anyways.
All right.
The hail's blown out. Yeah, it's just 2 hours southeast. It just the hail skirted around the city, guys. So if they're south of McGregor, you probably got a little bit more.
All right, take us to Waco. We'll just go drive to it.
Sounds
See if we
good.
can find bigger.
Continue on US 84 East for 18 miles.
This way? Straight?
Yep, yes,
Right.
yes.
Left, up, go up.
Derecho. Sigue derecho. Así,
Go straight until I hit the hill.
18 millas hasta la carretera 35.
33 miles?
No, we're gonna go all the way to the highway.
35 miles?
35.
Oh, okay, I said 35.
You're gonna go 18 miles.
Do I need to watch for inundaciones?
Inundaciones. Yes, sí.
How do you say cold, hard rain?
Lluvia, lluvia, frío, duro.
I knew Frio, that was about it.
If you're tuning in, we're starting to speak Spanish. So stick on your closed captioning. I started learning Spanish a couple of years ago for a couple of reasons. First, my wife is from Mexico, so I like to communicate with her family. And then also in this job, we run into a lot of Spanish-speaking people. And it helps us when we're in Spanish-speaking countries chasing storms, like Cuba for Hurricane Ian. We chased a hurricane in Mexico before, in Mazatlan, so it's just a good tool to have in the old tool belt. And if we ever get down towards Brownsville, it's a very necessary school to have. Miami.
Gets to 35, look what it does.
Yeah.
Well, so hey, let's get rolling.
Where do you want to try and get to it at? By Bruceville? Or on the other side by Marlin? Or Chilton?
Eddie.
Huh?
Eddie. Should have turned back there.
You want Eddie?
Yeah, it's the fastest look all day, man. I got impatient.
We got it. 2.5 miles. Take a right.
Alright. How far is it?
17 miles.
17 miles. See if it stops moving. Waco is right here. It sucks that boundary and we need to be there.
Funny thing about Miami, you'll go to Walmart and nobody speaks English. Publix. All right, half a mile, take a right. Still want to try and go down to Eddie, right?
Yeah. Cut it down to 35.
Want 35?
Yeah, like Bruceville. This is still gonna be the right turn.
I got it. We're good. Keep going.
Yeah. Turn right here, right?
No. If you want to, but there's another one that actually takes you a little bit further north
Okay.
on 35. Which one do you want?
Faster?
Same.
The sooner we start cutting through the storm, the better.
So if you guys were hearing us yesterday, or a couple of days ago with the high risk, we didn't want to do core punching because you don't know what you're going to find. And when there's a high chance of a very powerful tornado, not ideal. Today, not so much.
Nah, there's a lot of different factors that go in. Ton. Road network, speed of the storm, environmental conditions, the presentation of the storm, hail size, terrain. One of my favorite things to do is hook slice the storm when really nice terrain.
Yeah.
You poke out and bam, there's a tornado on the ground right by you.
Yeah.
Fantastic, but you can't do it all the time.
Brandon has 2 kids. Do they like storm chasing?
Oh yeah, my daughter wants. I'm taking my daughter once. My son, not really. He says he wants to go, then he usually just falls asleep. My daughter likes a little bit more. She wants to go when she gets out of school in a couple weeks. I'll take her again.
No tornadoes so far today, guys.
No, there was that one on the Red River.
I mean here,
yeah.
personally.
None in the tornado watch.
Of course not. We're in a complex of severe storms right now, though.
But still time.
Yeah. We're heading down towards Bruceville, Eddy.
Yeah, I kind of let this storm pass by too soon. Still pushing a boundary, but it's trying to adjust it really hard. And it easily has its best presentation today. Right when it got to I-35, who'd have thought that? That makes me mad though, because I'm not listening to myself.
even know if my wife remembers who I am. I'm gonna have to introduce myself to her again.
Have your fourth marriage with her?
That's true. That's a joke because I had to have 3 weddings. One, a civil wedding in the United States, big wedding for the family in Mexico, and then another civil wedding in Mexico. So we're legal in 2 countries. The Mexico one was, the wedding itself, the family celebration was a blast. Truly spectacular. Whoa. Now you're going to take a right in half a mile. For the civil wedding though, it was at this small town that had been devastated by an earthquake, so they had to move everything to like not the ideal conditions. And then my mother-in-law, take a right. Let's just say Montezuma gets its revenge on me every time because I love the food. All right, slow.
Left here?
I think so. It's so weird.
No.
I mean, I don't know what it does.
No, that's running next to a creek. Or was that it? That was it, wasn't it?
Continue for
You're good. You can go this way too.
Head southwest on Spring Valley Road.
You're good.
Continue on Spring Valley Road.
That was it.
1.5 miles.
But this one's more solid road, and it's like a minute difference. So I had Montezuma's revenge for that one. So that was a memorable wedding for a whole different reason.
It just can't catch that boundary.
Yeah.
See it? In this way and out that way. It needs to be up here.
And the earthquake had happened in 2017. It was the big earthquake in September. So they hadn't rebuilt anything really.
In half a mile, turn left onto Mackey Ranch Road.
Yeah,
It just completely blew out.
completely blew out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on cultures, guys, but most times, I mean, marriage really is a government institution.
Turn left onto Mackey Ranch Road.
So that's why.
Alright, we're gonna go to Dallas.
That's why you have to do the civil weddings in both countries. Just being married by a priest or a pastor or whatever.
Flip around.
Yeah.
Continue on Spring Valley Road.
That doesn't give you any real legal standing. So you still have to do the courthouse type situation, sign the paper. In Mexico, they still give you a blood test, which is, they call it, in Spanish there's a word called a mita, which is basically a myth. And there's a huge cultural thing in Mexico to kind of just keep believing the same thing. And blood tests for weddings and marriages is one of those mitas.
Your route may be head northeast on Moat Lane. In a quarter mile.
Short history on blood tests with weddings. It started way back in the first part of the 20th century, and it's not a very good thing. It was a very evil reason. They didn't want people with the wrong type of blood to be able to produce. So I'm so exhausted I can't think of the exact terminology, but essentially those folks in Germany from the 1930s, they were a big proponent of it. And it just kind of got into the mythology that if you had a disease or whatever, that you shouldn't be allowed to have children. And it's been basically fell out of favor a long time ago in the 70s. I think in the United States they stopped requiring it in the 70s or 60s. But and once something kind of gets ingrained in a country like Mexico, it just does not go away. Yes, eugenics, thank you so much. That's exactly what I was trying to go for, yes. So it came from a famous eugenicist, and you know, it's just crazy. And a funny story about that, you had to go to a doctor, and they're very bureaucratic in Mexico, so you have to follow every detail perfectly. And since I have only one last name, in Mexico they have two, in most Spanish countries, and probably all. But since I only have one last name, but I have a middle name, the way the doctor was confused, he kind of put my last name into two different, it was confusing. It wasn't like put together like a normal spacing of a word would be. So the lady at the courthouse wouldn't take the document. So essentially we would have to go back to the doctor to get him to fill out another of their certificates indicating, you know, the blood test was fine. And so instead I just grabbed a pen and I made like the A in Petra and then Mala. I connected the A to the M a little bit in that space. And then we went to lunch and then just brought it back, and she's like, oh yeah, this is fine. So literally nothing was changed other than I added just a little bit of the line from the A to the M. And it worked.
Oh, Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. And my wife will take my name. We're going through the green card process now, so as soon as she has her full citizenship, then she'll legally take my name. As of now, though, to get everything done and finished, you kind of just want to keep it simple, so it's not technically her name, but it will happen. I honestly don't think anybody can get rejected by blood in Mexico. I really think it's just a fee kind of a situation where, you know, the doctor in town gets his cut, the bureaucrat gets their cut, and that's it. Like, if you, for instance, quote unquote, failed a blood test, I can 100% guarantee you with 500 or a couple thousand pesos, it wouldn't be a problem. Tune in for the weather, and then you get Mexican marriage law and history on eugenics.
One more day of weather, you're going to need Mexican marriage counseling.
Exactly. Yeah, one more day of moderate or enhanced risk. Mexican marriage counseling. They call that tequila.
Tequila.
Or mezcal.
Well, we are heading to Dallas to actually sleep.
We had a long day yesterday, coming all the way from Nashville to here to be here for this coverage in Texas, and it's been a long 2 weeks, guys. We appreciate your patience. It's been an adventure kind of trying out this new streaming process, introducing ourselves to you guys, and so it's been fun kind of seeing the same names day after day. That's been really neat, and we appreciate it. Much more to come. We're going to do some fixes now that we're going to have a little bit of a break. Please check out our information in the description. I'm Jonathan Petramala. Ninja Lives Matter with a super chat. Thank you. I forgot to say thank you for that. We really appreciate all those super chats over the last week, couple weeks, and the likes and the follows. Check our channels out. I tell more stories, as you might be able to imagine by the one I just told. And Brandon and I make a really fun team, and we appreciate you guys joining in our passion of doing this.
And I may or may not stream, probably won't stream the Auroras unless it just gets stupid. Like really, 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 really cool, which is possible. But I may have some video of it and post it. Looks like we'll have at least a few days down, thankfully. I really need to do some work to the car, get home, add new audio settings and equipment, run and fix some wires, all kinds of stuff. So next time you see it, we should have a lot of these issues solved. I thank you all so much for watching and supporting, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you to the moderators too, guys.
Yes.
You guys have been a big help, and again, all the loyal viewers. So we appreciate it, guys. Christine, all the way from Germany, and it's probably what time there? 3 a.m. So thank you.
Anthony, Tyler, thank you all.
Tyler.